Hi there, it's Polly here with Mr. Snoots. So, I've just been talking to a publisher about doing some like World War II miniatures rules with him, which just vaguely reminded me. So, I don't know if you chaps have seen, there's a World War II set of rules called Bolt Action. And a while ago, I was a very, very passionate student of Kendo, which is Japanese bayonet fencing in full armor. So if you've seen Kendo, he's seen Kendo. If you've seen Kendo with the bar helmets and breastplates and tassets, Kendo has a heavier set of armor. So your lead arm, you've got a more basically your slightly longer glove. They often people will just wear kendo gloves, but you can get a longer glove that's got a more of a rigid plate in it because you're getting slammed by these things. It's got upper arm armor, which is actually cureboli, probably about as thick as my little finger. It's buffalo hide, absolutely impenetrable, amazing stuff. There's a series of pads that go under your arm because you can get caught under there, and the breastplate is slightly different. The throat protector on the helmet is much, much broader and has a very stiff piece that can lock on the breastplate if you nod your head down. And tassets, the tare, which is the tassets that hang down, again, most people use kendo ones. I used actual old school Kendo ones, and they all overlap. Instead of like overlapping alternatively, Kendo ones all overlap in the same direction, so that they'll shed a glancing blow off. It'll sort of shed them off, and they're much longer. It's brutal, because anything you've ever been taught about bayonet fighting is basically wrong. Army stuff is just ludicrous. So I was teaching some of this stuff to army people, but basically when you lunge, you've locked your whole body weight behind this thing, and you're doing a sort of a jump forward as you do it. So net result is you've got like the weight of a human being in armor locked behind this point, and it's basically got like a rubber doorstop on the end of this wooden rifle, and it just smacks into you, and it would bruise you through the armor. Literally, the percussion wave going through the armor would bruise you. I had to put layers of closed cell foam on the inside of the armor to try and soften it, but I was still actually getting essentially shockwave bruises, but the bits it would like skip over your thing and catch you in the corner of the arm. You just come out just covered with bruises, and it's exhausting. It's the most exhausting thing I've ever done. Far more exhausting than anything I ever did in the army. The warm-ups and then the bouts, so they would leave you staggering. So anyway, at the end of one of these long training sessions, I'd been feeling worse and worse, but it's martial arts, you kind of grit your teeth. So because we're training this a few times a week, but I just wasn't feeling very good. And then at the end of one of these things, I just felt dizzy. I couldn't stand, and there was something wrong. Cover the ears of the children, but I was passing blood. No urine, just blood. So my housemate here got me down to hospital emergency, but I was feeling really terrible. She said, we're going to hospital emergency. So I thought, oh, this could go pretty badly. So I had just gotten hold of the rules for Bolt Action, which is a World War II set of miniatures rules. They're a very expensive set of miniatures rules. They're one of these kind of boutique games. I should do a review of it because it is both really good and also smegging terrible. But down I went. And it's really, when you finally get admitted, it's really strange. There's an old nurse who takes one look and just says, oh, can you pass urine? Says, no, I can't get anything out except this tiny, tiny trickle of blood. Says, we've got to catheterize this person. Their urethra is blocked with a blood clot. And of course, no doctor would listen to her or anything. So they said, just give us a sample of your urine. I can't. That's why I'm here. And it's agony by now. For your reference, I think the human bladder can take about 400 mils, and then it will explode and flood your entire lower abdomen with urine. You'll get peritonitis, and unless you have medical help, you'll die. Yeah, it was actually time critical, and in the end, I think I actually asked, "Is there anything to stop me catheterizing myself?" And so I actually got hold of a catheterization kit, and that's when someone stepped in and actually did it, and that kind of saved my little life. But as I realised something's actually seriously wrong with me, they wheeled me up into the wards, and at this point, a young doctor, he's drawn the short straw. He's on the ward tonight. He goes past, and he just does a double take and is streaked over. And now this guy's got his hand on the gun, and he's steering it around and took. Oh, so when have you come in? Oh, what's that? Oh, it's urology? Oh, that's okay. Hang on. We'll steer you over to this one. And they lift me into this bed, and the guy sits down at the edge of the bed. So okay, they're putting lines and everything in me and everything. So what armies do you play? What? Bolt action, what armies do you play? I said, what? Oh, so, yeah, I've just got hold of it. That turns out the umpire's like a very enthusiastic wargamer who has just gotten hold of bolt action. And I said, well, look, I've been playing World War II since the 70s, and I used to love playing FX World War II, but particularly WRG World War II, and I always played Finnish because no one had ever heard of it. No one even realised the Finns were in World War II, but I had been to Finland as a child and had been to the Finnish tank and air museums and had fallen in love with the Finnish army. So I used to play Finns. So, oh yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, I want to do Finns. I want to do this. And so, but it was kind of interesting because one of the other things that sort of got me Rolls-Royce service through the rest of the thing was, turns out this guy's from the urology department. He had just basically drawn the short straw, so he's on ER duty because they have to, and but now he's got a war games, so he came round, and they've decided. Oh God, look, we're gonna have to put you in for a scan, but a full CT scan, but we'll have to wait till Monday. It'll be 3 days, so we're gonna have to keep you in here and just keep you on everything and whatever. And he actually came by. What? Oh, no, that's okay. I'll sneak you down. What? Yeah. Look, between other appointments, like I can just sneak you in between appointments. We can just say, hey, we got this person. We just got to do this thing. So, in a very obscure way, bolt action kind of saved my life because, as it turns out, what I had was cancer of one kidney, but it was actually intertwined with my renal artery. That's one of the arteries that will kill you. If it's so much as rupture, and it turns out that any heavy percussive thing or any sudden movement was going to basically burst this thing open and I would bleed out in seconds. How I had survived Kendo for months with this getting worse is a miracle. I should have literally died on the dojo floor. But because this guy got me in, look, I was lying in a hospital bed, so I would probably have been all right. But the mere fact that I was a player, but it was kind of fun as you're lying there. And this is a lot of pain, so there's some serious morphine and so on going in there. I'm off with the birdies. And this guy's trying to sit there totting up army lists with me on the end of the bed. So, what do you reckon? I've got a game on. Do you think this is a good thing? What? Oh, yeah, man. What are you playing? Are you playing Russian? Do you know the thing they always forget? There's some really good Russian amphibious light tanks you got to have a look at. They never expect stuff to just drive over the water obstacles, so check those out. Don't forget Lend-Lease too, because like you can get American half tracks and stuff. That's oh yeah, I can do that. Okay. Wee colours. God knows what I actually advised him to do. But anyway, bold action. Obscurely. Wargaming actually saved my life. See? Miniatures is a practical help. Anyway, that is our tale for tonight. Yay! I'm all better now, by the way. So, score. Bye.